In this video, we're going to see the mkdir command, which is used for creating directories. Here we see the syntax of the mkdir command. The options argument on square brackets is optional, but the directory argument is mandatory. The three dots mean that we can repeat the preceding item, in our case the options or the directory. For mkdir, I'm going to explain the m and p options. First, let's have a look at the directory structure for better understanding of the examples. This is the already existing structure, and I am going to create the highlighted directories. The subdir 1 and 2 with one command, and the subdir 3 with a separate command, changing also the default directory permissions. As we can see here, subdir 1 doesn't exist under dir 4. So, to create subdir 2 with a single command, I'll use the -p option. The -p option creates any parent directories in the absolute path if they don't already exist. So, I can create both directories at once by typing mkdir -p/root /dir4/subdir1/subdir2. Now I will create the subdir 3 with different than the other directories permissions. If we list the directory content details, we notice some letters and dashes at the beginning of the line. Let's have a quick look. The starting letter indicates the type of a file. In our case, D, which stands for directory. We have other types like dash for files, L for symbolic links, etc. The next 9 characters define the permissions for the owner, the group, and all the other users. The R is for read, the W is for write, and the X is for execute. On this video, we will not go deeper into permissions, as I will do a more extensive analysis in future videos. As we see, the permissions of subdir 1 and 2 is read and execute for all the other users. For subdir 3 directory, we're going to set no permissions to others with the M option. We notice here that the last 3 characters on the permission area are with dashes. This means that the others have no permissions on the directory subdir 3. In this example, we will create a directory, on which every file created under this directory will take the same group ownership as the parent directory, no matter who user is creating the files. This is needed when users of the same access group want to have the same access on files under specific directory, but know the other users. We can achieve it with the setgid. Let's first check the members of the group lab users. We notice that lab user 1, 2, and 3 are members. I will create a directory named labusers_nogid_home, change the ownership of the parent directory to lab users, and provide read-only access to others. With the help of the ls command here, we verify that the permissions of the root user, who is the owner, and the lab users group are read, write, and execute, while permissions of all other users and groups is read-only. To validate the test, we switch to labuser1 with the su command. Next, we create test file with touch under lab user's no-gid directory, then switch to labuser2 and tried to edit the file by adding the word test with the help of the echo command. We notice here that labuser2 has no access to edit the file because he is neither the owner nor a member of labuser1 group. As part of others, he has read-only access. Let's now create a directory named labusers_setgid_home and change the ownership of the parent directory to labusers again. We added a 2 in front of the permissions, which corresponds to setgid. When setgid is applied to a directory, every new file inside automatically takes the directory's group as its group owner, no matter which user creates it. Now if we perform the same actions again, switch to labuser1, create a file under labuser's setgid directory, and then try to modify the file with labuser2, we will notice that labuser2 is able to edit the file successfully as he is a part of the lab users group, which is right permission. Got any favorite command? Drop it in the comments. If you liked the video, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.